Hey folks, Dad here with Elevation Diecast Racing. It is time for Racing in the Past Lanes gift car bracket number 3 featuring the Johnny Lightning cars. Where tonight we are going to see all these Johnny Lightning hitting the track. Some are Rebels, some are Vintage Lightning, and there's one in here that is a Tiger Wheel. I figured we better put him in here with the Johnny Lightnings and see how they roll. And there are a couple in here that I put in. That is the Sky Show El Camino, the Gold Studebaker, and the Maroon GTO, just to even up, to make a 32 car bracket. So without any further ado, the entire left side of the bracket is going to be between Mr. BFG and Hippie Wild Child Racing. Hippie Wild Child Racing sent in the Speed Rebel Cougar, and he'll be taking on the BFG Custom Spoiler. Let's go for race number 1. Whoo! Speed Rebels running a 2227 to 52. 2227 is the time to beat. Wow, Speed Rebel is getting out there. 2230 moves them to round number 2. All right, next up it is the battle of the GTO convertibles. It is the yellow convertible by Mr. BFG and the green convertible by Hippie Wild Child Racing. Wow, this time it's the Speed Rebel out again. Look at him go. 2242 to 49. 2242, the time to beat. Wow, look at the Rebel go. 2236 moves him into round number 2. Next up, staged and ready, is the BFG GTO in lane number 1 there. And the Hippie Wild Child Racing Oldsmobile 442. GTO getting the better of that exchange. 2233 to 42. 2233, the time to beat. Oh, can he get him? Oh, 2232. Oh, he did get him. Wow. And another of the Speed Rebels moving on to round number 2. All right, next up, it's Mr. BFG with his yellow spoiler taking on the Hippie Wild Child 442. Wow, these Speed Rebels are really rolling. 2233. Oh, and a 10,000 beat by the spoiler. Can the spoiler keep up on the outside lane? Oh, so close. But 2239 and a 33 in the first run will take another Speed Rebel to round number 2. No, 2233 and a 10,000 beat. And a 2239 does not beat a 2233, so the spoiler is moving on to round number 2 for Mr. BFG. Up next, it is the Hippie Wild Child Racing Dodge Super Bee in lane number 1, taking on the Lincoln Continental from Mr. and Mrs. BFG. Continental getting the best of that exchange, 2232 to 35. Continental has the 2232. And he'll keep it, advancing another Lightning to round number 2. Next up for Hippie Wild Child Racing in the silver convertible GTO, taking on the BFG red custom Tornado. This should be a good race. Wow, Tornado running away with it. 2233 to 44. Let's switch lanes. 2233 is the time to beat. And look at the Tornado go. Let's see what he's got. Wow, 22:18. I think the fastest time of the night. Mr. BFG moving another Lightning along. All right, next up, staged and ready, probably one of my favorites, is the Speed Rebels Chevy Nova taking on a custom Thunderbird. Should be a good race. I really hope this Nova is fast. There he goes. Wow, what a race. That Nova took it. 2224 to 28. Let's switch lanes. 2224 is the time to beat. Wow, that Nova took off 22.19, and he took him in the outside lane. Outstanding. Nova moving on to round number 2. All right, last race of this side of the bracket. Hippie Wildchild in lane number 1 with it's the gold Super B taking on the black custom Tornado from BFG Racing. Wow, the Super B taking him out. 22.44 to 58. Let's switch those lanes. Tornado needs a better than 22.44. Not going to happen. Wow. And the Super B taking him into round number 2. So if you're keeping score on this side of the bracket between BFG and Hippie Wildchild Racing, well, here it is. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. So it's 5 to 3. Hippie Wildchild Racing. All right, moving over to the right side of the bracket, staged and ready in lane number 1, representing Captain K Racing. It is the blue Johnny Lightning Camaro taking on the Hot Nuts 69 GTO in green. Wow, Camaro almost gapping. 22.11 to 30. Let's switch them. 22.11 is the time to beat. Wow, good race. The Camaro, though, with a 22.03. Wow, very good times. But it will be the Camaro moving on to round number 2. Next up will be 2 from Hot Nuts Racing. It is a White Lightning Tornado taking on the Oldsmobile 442. Ooh, White Lightning getting it done. 22.27 to 60. 22.27 will be the time to beat. Look at the Tornado go. 22.30 carries him to round number 2. Next up, staged and ready in lane number 1, representing Milestone Racing. It is the 33 Willies taking on, representing the Scale Racing Channel in the Dodge Ram 1500. This should be a good race. Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Oh, wow. Dodge truck not looking back. 2196. Oh, my Lanta. Let's switch those lanes. 2196 is the time to beat. Wow. 2192. And that will move the Scale Racing Dodge Ram to round number 2. Okay, next up, staged and ready in lane number 1 from Hot Nuts Racing. It is the Chevy Chevelle taking on from the 2005 Holiday Series. It is the 2005 Mustang, and that is driven by Poverty Hollow Die-Cast Racing. Wow, good race. Nova with a 37 to 48. Mustang needs to pull off better than a 2.237 to advance. Oh, close race. But the Nova moving himself into round number 2. All right, next up, staged and ready. I pulled the old switcheroo. Instead of rolling the Chevelle against this surf rod driven by Scale Racing Channel, we're going to have the Sky Show El Camino. Let's see it. Wow, the El Camino. I can't believe the El Camino just took out that surf rod. 22.29 to 47. 22.49 or 22.29 is the time to beat. Surf rod just isn't going to keep up. And it will be 22.22 moving the El Camino to round number 2. All right, next up, staged and ready from Milestone Racing. It is the Cherry Bomb taking on the Timberdan Toy Show Red GTO. Wow. GTO not looking back. 2219. 2219, the time to beat. GTO taking off. 2218 moves him to round number 2. Next up, staged and ready from Umi Re-Racing is the Gold GTO taking on the Gold Studebaker. Good race. 2220 to 32. 2220, the time to beat. And Studebaker, 2208. And even though the house cars won all 3 of those races, they will not be advancing, as this is a gift car race to feature the gift cars sent in by the racers. So they will be advancing on Yomiuri, Milestone, and Scale Racing to round number 2. All right, last race of the first round. It will be the Scale Racing Channel Camaro taking on the Sugar Booty Racing Tiger Wheels Chevelle. Wow, what a race. But it is the Chevelle taking them out 86-92. Let's switch them. Both cars running top tier times. Let's see what they do. Wow, Tiger Wheels just 2185 to 94. What a race. All right, next up on the other side of the bracket, it's Hippie Wild Child Racing, racing his Cougar and the green GTO. Good race. But it is the Cougar that takes it 26-28. Cougar with a 22-26. And he'll stay out ahead. 22-26, staying consistent. We'll move him to round number 3. All right, it's the Wild Child 442 taking on the BFG Spoiler. Good race. It is the 442 with a 22-30. Can BFG spoil the race? Oh, it's close. No. And Wild Child will move his 442 into round number 3. All right, it's Mr. BFG and Mrs. BFG in the Tornado and Lincoln. Wow, Tornado out front, 22-29 to 33. That's a great race. Tornado with the advantage. And 22-29 is the time to beat. Tornado stays out on him. Whoa, 22-24. We'll take, wow, we'll take the Lincoln to the next round. What a race. All right, back to Wild Child Racing. It is the Chevy Nova taking on the Dodge Super Bee. Look at the Nova go, 22-27. That will be the time to beat. Nova taking care of it, 22-18. Very, very good. Rolling to round number 3. All right, it's the Captain K Camaro taking on the Hot Nuts Racing White Lightning Tornado. Good race, the Camaro. 2196. Oh, wow. What a race. Let's switch lanes. 2196 is the time to beat. Camaro just takes off. 2198, moving him to round number 3. All right, it's the Scale Racing Dodge Ram taking on the Hot Nuts Racing 442. Dodge Ram doesn't even look back. 2189. And that will be the time to beat. Good race. 2198, moving Scale Racing's Dodge Ram into round number 3. Next up, it'll be the Scale Racing Channel Surf Rod taking on the Milestone Cherry Bomb. Wow, Surf Rod taking the best of that one. 22-21 will be the time to beat. He'll get it easily. 22-33 moves him to round number 3. All right, last race of round number 2, the Yomiuri Racing GTO taking on the Sugar Booty Chevelle. Wow, the Chevelle took off. 2189 is the time to beat. Wow. Chevelle 2181, very good time, moving him to round number 3. Kicking off round number 3, Hippie Wild Child Racing with his, looks like GTO and Cougar. No, 442. I can't tell the difference with some of these cars. 2232 by the 442. Let's run them again. 2232 by the 442 is the time to beat. Can the Cougar do it? He does! 2220! And the Cougar moving himself to the semifinal round. Or the quarterfinal round. You know it's late when I can't keep that straight. He does go to the quarterfinals. Semifinals. All right, Mr. BFG in his Lincoln. Can he take out the Nova? Oh, he cannot. The Nova takes off with a 2220. Nova with the 2220. And he will take this exchange as well. 2214. Moving him to the semifinal round. Wow. All right. Over to the other side, it's the Scale Racing Ram taking on the Captain K Camaro. Great race. And it's 2192. Will be the time that Camaro will need. And the Ram will take it. 2197. Excellent race. Not the last time you will see that Camaro. And staged and ready is the Surf Rod panel truck by Scale Racing Channel, taking on the Tiger Wheels from Sugar Booty Racing. It's the Chevelle. Wow. 2189. Let's switch them. Let's see if the Surf Rod can come up with a hero run. Not likely. Not going to happen. 2184, and that Chevelle is getting faster, moving himself into the semifinal round. And then there were four. Wrong ones. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope you stick around after the race. We will see where these guys fit into the top tier. Hippie Wild Child Racing locking himself into the final race with one of these cars. Will it be the Nova or the Cougar? Good race. Wow, the Cougar took him. 22-25 to 28. 22-25 is the time to beat. 22-19 and the Nova going to the final race. Wow. And it will be the Tiger Wheels Chevelle from Sugar Booty Racing taking on the Dodge Ram 1500 from Scale Racing Channel. Who's going to the finals? Wow, what a race. The Tiger Wheels, 86-95. 2186 is the time to beat. Wow, the Ram. Oh, I thought he was going to get him. 8-7, and the Tiger Wheels going to the final race. But first, the race for spot number 3. Will it be Scale Racing or Hippie Wild Child Racing? Wow, the Ram. 2197 is the time to beat. And the Ram will end up with it. 2199. And for the final race, the first one to win 3 will be the overall winner. And then we'll race off number 2 and number 3 to determine the fastest, second fastest, and third. Tiger Wheels, 86-16. Run number 2. Tiger Wheels, I think he's getting faster. 88, not bad in this lane at all. And run number 3. Tiger Wheels taking care of business. 2180. Oh my Lanta, man. That is definitely Kung Pao chicken. And to determine second and third, the Scale Racing Ram 2188 to 16. 2188 is the time to beat. And the Ram 2193. And there you have it. The fastest car sent in for bracket number 3 when it comes to Johnny Lightning's or Tiger Wheels is Sugar Booty Racing, sending in the only Tiger Wheel of the gift cars in his 68 Chevelle. Congratulations. That thing is fast. Number 2, going to Scale Racing Channel with his Dodge Ram. Very sharp truck. And number 3 will go to Hippie Wild Child Racing in this super sweet Chevy Nova. I want to thank everybody again for sending cars in for all three of these brackets. I could not have had this fun racing without you guys. I really appreciate it. So please comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned. We're going to see some of these cars that we didn't get to see in the race and see if any of them can get into the top tier, which happens to be missing a spot here. There's an open spot in the top 8. Let's see if we can get that filled. Time to take a look at some bonus racing. Let's race a couple of Camaros. It's the Captain K Camaro taking on the Scale Racing Camaro. Black and blue. Who gets down the lane first? Good race. Wow, it's the Captain K Camaro with a 2193 to 01. 2193 is the time to beat. Good race. And the Captain K Camaro will get him. First car we're going to look at is our third place winner from Hippie Wild Child Racing in the Nova. Let's see what he runs solo. 2217. Let's see how he fares against the Mustang. No. 2201. 2209. Run number 2. Mustang pulling way out. 2194. Let's see how he fares against Dad's Monte Carlo. This will be for spot number 39 in the rank. Oh, and the Monte got him. 2218 to 31. Let's switch lanes. 2218 is the time to beat. He won't be able to do it. 2206 by the Monte. Wow. Let's see how he rolls against the DeSoto. Oh, he will get him. 2220 to 22. DeSoto needs to beat a 2220 and greater than 2000, so he is out of the Johnny Lightning class. Wow. 2220. Oh, and he got him by 3. 1,000th faster. Wow. We're going to run those again. If the Nova gets a 2220 and greater than 3, I'll let him in. 2214 and 3. Yes. That's great. The Nova is going to get in. Let's see if he can take out the Fiend. No. 2210 to 12. 2210 and greater than a 2000 is the time to beat. And the Fiend will put him away. So the Hippie Wild Child Nova from the Speed Rebels will be 61st. Overall, he is my gatekeeper to the Johnny Lightning class. So up next will be the Scale Racing Dodge Ram. Let's see. Well, let's just see how he does against the Grape Ape. I haven't messed with these cars since the last time they ran. It seems like they are back to normal, so let's just roll them. SRC. Oh, okay. That's not right. Let's see what happens this time. Wow, Dodge Ram taking him out. 2199. So 2211 does not make sense. Let's see if the Grape Ape can punch back. Doesn't look like it. He does get his speed back up, but 2193 will put that Ram at number 5. Things get serious when you put this GTO on the track. Let's see if that Ram can take out Carmen. Oh my Lanta. Electra with a 10,000th beat. 2186 is the time. And Carmen Electra puts him away with a 2183. Which will bring us to tonight's winner in the Tiger Wheels Chevelle. Well, I guess, where should I put him? He is a Tiger Wheels. Hold on. It just means we'll have to fire up Mile High. Let's see what this Tiger Wheels runs. 2063. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we'll see what he weighs. Again, this is some bonus racing after Friday Night Lightning. 73.1 degree grams. So you know what that means. He's got to take on another Tiger Wheels. Tiger Wheels rules the roost in the heavyweight ranks. Number 1 and 2. Let's see if he can take out the police. I don't think so. Close race. Oh, he does. 2:05.9 and a 10,000 speed. Run number 2. 2:04.9. That'll stop him. And the matchup I've been waiting to see. I have not ran them all this time I've had them. So you're going to see it first. Right along with me. Let's see which one's faster, green or black. The black one took him out 55-60. 2:05.5 and greater than 5 is the time to beat. Wow. 2:05.1 to 5.8. Can he take out the noodlehead? No. 5.9 to 6.6. 2:05.9 and greater than 6. 2:05.4 and 4. Number 4 in the heavyweight weight class here, Han Solo in carbonate. And the Tiger Wheels took him out by 10 thousandths. Run 2. Woo, 5.2 to 5.8. Han Solo keeps his spot. For spot number 5, he'll have to beat the J.C. Whitney Fat Fender 40. Good race. Fat Fender 40 gets him by 2. 2:05.9 the time. 2:05.5 and a 10,000 beat. So the Fat Fender 40 will get him too. Time to see if he can beat Randy from the Pixar cars. Randy's fast. 5.6 to 5.8. And run number 2, 2:05.6 and a greater than 2 thousandths. 2:05.7. And 5 thousandths. Let's run those again. 2:05.7 and greater than a 5 thousandths beat. And the Tiger Wheels is going to get him. So Randy falling to number 7. And the Sugar Booty Tiger Wheels coming in at number 6 overall in the 62 gram and up weight class. And to close out this edition of Friday Night Lightning, let's see if the Captain K Camaro can take out Carmen Electra. Carmen says, oh, no, 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 no. 2187. Let's see if we can give him the fast lane and see if he can do any better. Carmen still gets him. 2185. Man, she's rolling good. We'll see if the Camaro can beat the Grape 8. No, Grape 8. Punches back 2192 to 2211. 19,000 beat and 2192 is the time. Camaro out in front. 2196. Not enough. Let's see if he can beat the Mean Green F250. Wow. Looks like we'll have to check the running wheels on that one. Truck will have to beat a 2193. He'll do it. 2190 and a 9,000 speed. For spot number 8, it's Camaro versus Camaro. Oh yeah, Captain K getting the best of them right there. 2202 to 20. 2202 is the time to beat. And Captain K will get into the top 8. Wow. And we'll see if the Scale Racing Camaro can get into the top tier. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. 2200 to 14. $22.06 to 08. Okay. And just like that, with those two additions, Captain K sits at number 8, and the Scale Racing Camaro will sit at number 9, and the Scale Racing Dodge Ram will sit at number 5. Outstanding. Which will put us with the Superbird being our gatekeeper. Moving the Pace Truck and that Fox Body Mustang into the rankings. Man, that boosts out our DeSoto and the Fiend, and that is going to do it from all of us over here at Elevation Diecast Racing. The next races coming up on the channel are going to be featuring customs from Hot Wheels Underground. Also, it's going to be probably a couple videos from the Case Challenge, challenging the top tier, more gift cards, trying to make it into the ranks, and the F40 that we tested out last week. He got a little faster. All of that and much, much more in the weeks to come. So from all of us over here at Elevation Diecast Racing, thank you for watching, participating, and we will see you at the next race. If your car isn't fast, at least it'll look good on the shelf. Or you could end up like a flapjack. See ya.